Welcome back to Poor Financial Decisions, day 728. We're going to go look at a car, and there's a hint of what we're going to look at.
Poor financial decisions.
But we don't know how poor this financial decision is going to be.
This is when the video cuts from this to car in a ditch or car on fire.
Or car less. We just didn't get the car, it was that bad. It can't be as bad as the Alpha from the other weekend.
A little bit about rust in there.
So, the car we are going to look at has a welded diff, a decat, and is on 140,000 miles.
This can only go one way.
Into a ditch.
Yeah.
So I bought the car. I've made a slight error. So it had an engine light on, so I disconnected to the battery so it would clear it. When I unlocked the car, I pressed the bottom button, which is the boot release, so it didn't open the rest of the doors. And then I closed the boot, so there's now no battery on it. None of the locks work on it because I think this key, they've just got a barrel and a key off of eBay, so we can't get into the car to open the boot. So we've now got to work out how to get into the car to put the battery back on. So we're gonna go on a little excursion to Audi to get some screwdrivers and hope that we can get into this. We're trying to do this cheap and not have to call a locksmith, but currently the car is just stuck. Audi didn't have any screwdrivers, so we're in Sainsbury's. The goods have been secured. Right, we have the Sainsbury's 56-piece toolkit. Is this gonna work?
No.
I'm actually raging. Someone's put a cable tie to stop me opening the box. I am strength, I ripped it with my bare hands. I'm actually gonna look like a criminal.
You really do. What's this guy doing? Come on.
Oh my god, look how red my arm's starting to go. We just...
Hallelujah. Fucking hell.
Oh my god, I've done it!
You are a massive penis, admit it.
I'm a massive penis.
Fuck's sake. And I haven't got light either.
I got mush, this is my BMW 323i 2.5 litre.
Fucking hell.
So as you can probably tell by the change of clothing, it is a new day. But there is my new, to me, BMW E46. Now to get started on this car, it's a 323i from, as you can tell by the plate, a 1999. Now, of course, with it being a 99 323i, it comes with the N52 TU B25. Now, of course, we love the fact that that's TU because it comes without the crappy cylinder liners, which tend to just dissolve. Now, this car is on 140,000 miles, but driving it back yesterday, I had no issues with it, other than the fact it's got a welded diff, so that was quite interesting. Now, as far as it goes for modifications on this car, you can definitely see it's got some aftermarket wheels, which I don't mind for now. I'm happy to daily them on. It's only a daily at the end of the day, but I do want to change them at some point. And as you probably saw, we have an uprated intake, which fake carbon fiber, but carbon fiber. Now, moving inside, you may notice that this is not an E46 steering wheel. It is in fact an E36, so it's kind of cool, but it does mean we get an airbag light on the dash, and we lose a lot of the steering wheel functions, so we might be changing that at some point. And of course, from the clips earlier in the video, you will see that we had a slight technical error. And by technical error, what I mean is the keys work in the ignition, but they don't unlock the doors. I'm guessing someone's changed the ignition barrel at some point, but they didn't change the door locks or the boot locks, which means when I disconnected the battery as the car was misfiring, it locked me out completely. So what I had to do is remove this here, just pop that rear light out, reach my hand and put the battery terminal back on, which meant the central locking was working again. Of course, you may be wondering why the tail light lens is broken. Well, that is due to that diff over there. Now, of course, in my infinite wisdom, when I got the car working again, I just chucked everything in the boot, including the taillight lens, forgetting that this diff was sat on the inside of the car. I went round the first corner and it absolutely shattered it to pieces. So the plan of action before I can actually get this car on the road is new lights, get the diff in, and fingers crossed, she will be good to go. Now, let's go over some things that I want to possibly fix on this car before I start modifying it. Now, all over the car, there is lack appeal in many places. I'm walking to the places where there isn't any lack appeal, but there's bits on the doors, on the roof, on the boot even, and just everywhere. So I'm contemplating, do I sort the lack appeal because I quite like this colour, or do I just go for a completely different colour to make this build stand out? But at the end of the day, it's a daily, it's not essential. Although a bright orange E46 would be pretty cool. Continuing with exterior changes, what I would like to do is possibly go for a full M3 kit. I'm still deciding what I want to do, seeing what's out there on the market, and I definitely want an M3 CSL boot lid because they look very cool. And like I previously mentioned, change the wheels, and we're probably just going to stick it on some lowering springs because I'm not that bothered about chucking BCs at something like this. It's a daily at the end of the day. Lowering springs will suit me fine. So another thing that I do want to fix on this car is the door stay doesn't work. So we need to get a new door stay. Also, the interior, it's a bit tatty, you can see. But I do quite like these seats, and they are the memory seats, fully electric, which is very nice. But I think I might end up putting a whole leather interior in this. Apologies for the squeaking door, but the door cards also aren't attached. So there's quite a few things that need fixing on this interior. That also includes possibly putting a head unit in this, just because it makes the experience of driving so much better. You can have your maps on it, you can have your Spotify on it, CarPlay, the lot. It works perfectly. I've got one in the MX-5, and it is honestly the best, maybe not the best, but top 5 mods I've done on my MX-5. And as you can tell, there are a few broken interior trim panels, which, well, you've got some bubbling on that there. I found a whole set of these on Marketplace for about 50 quid. So my plan is just to redo the interior completely, get all these trims redone, and hopefully restore this car a little bit. Also, there is some horrific tint on there which has started peeling, which needs to come off. And one thing that needs doing is this headliner. It is sagging to say the least. And if I'm doing that, I think I might just dye the headliner and just basically dye everything that I can black, because it looks a whole lot better in my opinion. Another thing that I'd like to fix on this car is the rear left electric window doesn't work. So that's possibly something to look into at a later date. But like I say, it's not essential. So there you have it. That is my 1999 BMW E46. And of course, if you've got any ideas of what I could possibly do to this car, make sure to leave a comment. Or if you've got any parts that you think I might like, also leave a comment, maybe message me on Instagram, and I will see what you have to offer. And of course, if you want to see the progress of the E46, make sure to hit that subscribe button, and hopefully we can build a pretty nice daily.